Sign up today.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 625. You get the Nasdaq off 318. S&Ps are off 68. Gold contract down $17, trading $19.16 an ounce. You get silver down 44 cents, $26.27 an ounce. Light sweet crude slam down 10%, $3.10, $36.68 a barrel. Notes and bonds. You get the 10-year up 13 ticks right now, 139.13. The 30-year up a point and a half, 176.26. And King Dollar finally got to one swing point. It's up 6.95, 93.414. The euro is at 117. The yen is at 105.97. The British pound is at 130 to 1 U.S. dollar. Well, Tom O'Brien, welcome to September.
Yeah, we got a repeat of Friday, man. Maybe we'll get markets near flat by the end of the day as well, just like we saw on Friday. Who knows, right?
I'll tell you, there's no doubt. The markets had quite a feat on the way back. We were down, folks, but the bottom line is that they were grabbing price back. Guess what? We broke all the lows out here today, and you have volume on the break again. So, bottom line, it's going to be a long day out here. Let's get over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks at TD Ameritrade. Think of swim as they do each Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And don't forget, folks, every trading day right here, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. You want to understand the option market, option strategies, futures. Great program. In fact, Sons from we got the Japanese guy, Tom. What's his first name? Do you know what I'm talking about? Son. He runs
SoftBank.
Yeah, SoftBank. I think he better start listening because the bottom line, the publicity all over the weekend was, he bought $4 billion of options, and it was a big deal. He was up 10%. Like, listen, folks, 10% in the option market is like a blink, right?
In the tech stocks especially,
In the tech stocks especially, man. Let's get over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hayes. Kevin, what's going on?
My nightmare over the weekend that had me waking up in a cold sweat was, what do you think the decay was on that many options? If they were just long, out of the money tech options, what do you think the daily decay was?
I'll tell you, Kevin.
He probably hated weekends.
Seriously, man, I couldn't wait to speak with you. Even the ride in today, I'm saying to myself, okay, you know, when you look at that number, folks, okay, they were saying, oh, he's up 10%. In the option market, like 10% is like a tick, folks, okay? And so my question is, Kevin, is this. When you made markets and GE, when you made markets in these options, right? So when you get someone that comes in, because no one really knows this position. Well, a couple people might, right? When you get someone that comes in like with a position like that, what do?
Well, here's what it is. And think of this from taking the other side of that trade.
Yes.
Right? If someone buys, 1,000 or 2,000 out of the money calls, let's say they have a 10 delta.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
That's a very small number. You have to hedge that somehow. You have risk on the upside. And buying stock to hedge that short delta isn't really it.
Okay.
It's not a good hedge because, number one, the units won't line up.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, if you sell 110 deltas, that's 1,000 deltas.
Okay.
Well, if you buy 1,000 shares of stock, that's 10 units. You're still short units. So the upside risk would be gargantuan. So all you can really do to hedge a position like that is to buy other small options against it.
Okay.
Right? That's really the only way to hedge it. You can buy bigger options, but you've got to buy units against units there. If you buy stock against that, you are creating a profit and loss graph that will look like the St. Louis Arch.
Oof.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where any big move either way and you'll get annihilated.
Right.
So that's and it's happened. I've traded it many times before where you get in a name where speculation comes and they start buying all the little options, well, what happens is very simple. As the specialist in those names, you blow volatility up.
Right.
And if they're going to do it, you make them pay for it.
Exactly. Right. Wow.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, it's amazing how stories like that can come out sometimes at highs, too. Because I'm saying to myself,
Sure.
I'm looking like at a Tesla. I'm saying to myself, okay, was he in Tesla also? And the key here, folks, okay, just so you understand, if you follow this guy for, the amount of years that he was in, he really is a speculator. About the bottom line is he's invested in some big things and he's made some big scores. But you go right back to the .com. I mean, the reality is that he's a speculator. So
he's laid a couple eggs too along the way.
Oh yeah, listen, man,
that's going to happen.
It's amazing that it's amazing that he stayed alive after 2000. I mean, he was down like 85%. But the bottom line, I guess my point more than anything, folks, and that's what people get nervous. He's a trader. If you're a speculator, that's great.
Right.
But you don't basically take people's money and say, I'm going to go invest, and then you buy $4 billion worth of options.
Right. Because, I mean, you could be right.
Oh, yeah.
Right? You could make one trade and you could be exactly right, but here's what you've got working against you. Obviously, you've got time working against you.
Right.
You need to be right quickly if you own out-of-the-money options like that. And it's hard to understand. For all we know, he may have been selling stock against buying all those options.
That's right.
And playing curvature.
Which
so we
would be
don't know
cool.
for sure
Which would be
what
cool.
his position was.
Right.
Right. So there's a lot of details in this trade that we don't know, but it makes partial sense what volatility's been doing all summer, that there was demand for options below the market and, in the out-of-the-money options. Maybe that was part of it.
And it's so intriguing, Kevin, after listening to you guys for so many years, I could never just buy a call or a put. I mean, he might be doing spreads. Because when you do this for a while, folks, it makes zero sense, to me, to buy a call or a put. If you want to throw the dice, that's one thing. But the spreads, they're just a different ballgame. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, okay.
And that doesn't mean you can't be right buying that call or put.
Oh, for
you
sure.
might be.
For sure.
But the odds, the probabilities aren't in your favor.
Right.
Right? So... And you may do very well when you do hit it, or if you have a hunch or some information or just an overall opinion on the market, maybe you're right in that direction. But it's not using options to their fullest utility.
Right. I mean, there's no doubt. If whoever had Zoom and a few of these others last week, okay, they were very happy if they were just on one side of the trade. No doubt about that.
Exactly. I mean, there's always going to be that story, right?
Right.
But day-to-day, trading in and out, hitting singles, trading high probability, that's you may get one of those. Some of these trades may turn into a double or triple along the way.
Sure.
But still, the fundamentally sound way to play it to guarantee a long-term history, a long-term career with options is to play them a little more. Use the math, right? It's math. Use math and use probabilities to help you.
Yeah, the long ball game is where it's at, folks. No doubt.
Totally.
Listen, folks. Kevin, can you imagine we're into September, man?
No.
I know.
No, it's going to be fun,
man.
though.
I know. Stay right there, folks. Kevin's coming up in 45 minutes. Kevin, you have a great one, safe one. We look forward to the show.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Stay
Kevin.
right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. The Dow's down 449. Nasdaq's up 221. S&Ps are up 44. We're coming right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow down 469, Nasdaq's off 217, S&Ps are off 47. Let's go take a look at those Nasdaq futures, Tom. So, bottom line is that I was listening to you, no doubt, on the news, and we got a quick little pop at the open. The NQs, folks, just went from 11,117, we're 11,356. So what's going to be intriguing here, of course, is that after Friday, the Friday market, was down, but the bottom line, compared to where it was, it made a nice little comeback. Out here this morning, if this can't hold, folks, if it can't come all the way back, it's going to be a problem, because the more that you try to get up there, the more money's put to work, and then you wake up in the morning and the money's down again, So this is going to be quite a day out here.
Yeah, some of the rebound. You're talking about a 2% pop, man, in the NASDAQ 100 in the last 20, 30 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So the volatility is just crazy. And you're seeing it in some of the equities, man. Microsoft going up almost $4 from the low they had this morning already, from 205 to almost 209. Let's see, where Apple shares, from a low today of where are we? A low of 113.25. We're up at almost 118 already. So they're going to have to carry their weight for the NASDAQ to stay up there, man. So we'll see. And how about Tesla? We got to talk about Tesla, right? Tesla is down 13% today. It is down. It made a low of 335 this morning. Now that's $200 more than the low it had 1 week ago today, because that's the day. Tuesday of last week was when you made the high overnight of 538.75.
Wow.
You announce, Tesla announces the $5 billion repurchase. Things start to slide south. You also had one of their biggest holders, right, selling off some of their shares. Then you have Friday. They did not make the S&P 500. Who made them? How about Etsy?
How
does Elon feel about, and Teradyne and Catalent? But I'm sure he was not a happy camper that these three companies were chosen ahead of his company of all. So they don't make the S&P 500. And then you got GM teaming up with Nikola.
Yeah.
They're one of their biggest competitors, taking an 11% stake for $2 billion is their stake for in-kind services. So not really a $2 billion payment, right?
Wow.
In-kind services.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. GM's also going to become the exclusive supplier of fuel cells globally outside of Europe to Nikola for its Class 7A truck. Nonetheless, not what you want to see as a Tesla shareholder, man. Down almost $200 from where it was $538, and Nikola shares this morning surging up 38% on that news, and GM shares up 7% almost on that news.
Yeah, they're both liking it, man. I mean, that Nikola that stock came out of nowhere, and I guess when you have someone like GM come in, it's like, okay, man, there's something must be there,
Yeah, and
what's interesting is that it's an in-kind deal too. It's like, okay, hold it. What is the in-kind? What does that mean? Does that mean that let's say if you and I had Nikola, we'd love to have GM and make some kind of deal. Say, hey, GM's an investor now of $2 billion. Yeah, well, maybe they'll just give us some advice. What does in-kind mean, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it could be rolling their trucks off their assembly line.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
And then Nikola is going to buy the batteries and the fuel cell, the GM batteries and fuel cells. But either way, a big partnership, 11% stake in that company, and they're a direct competitor for Tesla for sure as well.
Yeah, no doubt. Let's get over to the gold market, folks. So what you had out here again this morning, well, thus far, we'll see if this shakes out. You've had gold ran down to 1911, rejected it. You're at 1925. Bottom line is that it's hovering at the bottom of this consolidation, and so you do have game open for 1874 here. Today is going to be a big day inside of that market for two separate reasons. I'd say the biggest one is that when you have the S&P down this much, the bottom line, it can take it south with it. And then if we get over to the dollar, though, what you're going to see again, which is just, if this dollar fails again, it's going to be just amazing. We just got it at a very small swing. It's not even at 93,473. So we made it to 93,480. And now we're at 93,287. So it's like, okay, if you can't even hold that one, because the major swing point, even, and I'm using major in like a very weak way, is 93,991. But if that dollar can't even hold it today, it's going to be pretty wild, just in general, market-wise. So. Yeah.
And how about oil, right?
Oh,
Quite the slide, man.
That's something else, man. And I guess the Saudis come out and repriced oil. That was when we were on vacation over the weekend.
That'll always do it.
Yeah. And look at this, folks. I mean, this is dramatic. I mean, you talk about taking oil south. 3 days just took oil back 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and what you had, what's interesting too. I was looking at a couple. Actually, a couple of the chip stocks, that's exactly what's happened. Yeah, like Clack. That's the same thing. Clack's down $12.50. That's exactly what's happened at some of the chip stocks also. Like Clack's back to June 3rd in literally 4 days. It's like, that elevator down, man, is something else. It really is.
It is.
And just after you think that the NASDAQ could never go lower, I mean, then out of nowhere, let's see.
Just ask those Tesla shareholders, man.
Oh, that Tesla's something else, man.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. That is something else. Let's see. So over the weekend, too, on Friday, Google's not getting hit that bad for what, Google looks like it's going to be the first one that the Justice Department is actually going to go after for antitrust.
I agree.
Yeah.
It sure does, man. And there's some disagreements between Democrats and Republicans in terms of where that falls or what they go after, but pretty bipartisan effort that they're going to come after Google, and yeah, they really haven't reacted in a way that you might anticipate, man, because you can't overstate how important it is when you have the government coming at your business and saying that you're monopolistic and we're going to break you up. So
and what will end up happening out of discovery is that we will get emails that are detrimental.
I'm sure. Yeah.
It's just
as is always the case.
It's hard
Yeah.
to comprehend in this day and age that people and executives still put things that they never should be putting in emails, and they do. It's like, oh, it's unbelievable.
Arrogance, laziness. You know, it's the human emotions always get the.
And I think a lot of it is arrogance that they think they're untouchable
for sure.
sometimes.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
I mean, it's sad but true. They get so big that they're out of reality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, out of reality.
Oh, for sure, man.
Would be the number, no doubt about that.
Yeah. I was surprised myself.
I'm sorry, what?
I was just going to say, I was surprised myself it didn't sell off a little bit more compared to all the other tech stocks.
Oh,
you know,
big
with
time.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, this is a long haul. I mean, it's not
Right.
tomorrow, folks, okay? But
No.
even if the administration's changed, this will not change. Because they should be brought in. They all should be brought
exactly.
in. Yeah,
Exactly.
Dow Industrial's down 438, NASDAQ off 200, S&P's off 45. We'll come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Chart allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 423. We get the NASDAQ off 198. S&Ps are off 43. And, Tom, if we go over to Exxon and Chevron, I mean, it would make sense that they're lower. The danger here, though, is that you just broke a consolidation going all the way back to April 3rd, man. and in both these equities. So it's like, whoa, man, you know, that puts the game on that this March low can get tested. The March low in Exxon is 30. You're at 37. We take a look at Chevron, you're going to see the same setup. You know, they both just dipped beyond this. You know, we're at 178 in Chevron. You know, Chevron's a lot lower, 58. But bottom line is that there's not much there. There's not much in the middle here right now.
Yeah, I mean, you got, you know, Exxon getting booted from the Dow, right? They're down 4%.
Oh, that's
today.
right. That's right. That's even worse. That's
so
right.
not what you want to see for sure, man. With the likes of, you know, car companies investing billions of dollars in electric vehicle makers like Nikola today. So it's kind of just a storm of brewing.
Yeah, no doubt. And listen, I heard. So let's go look at Peloton because I heard you. So what are their? This is pretty cool what they're doing, actually, right?
Yeah, it's pretty smart, you know, to address some of what the criticism that I was throwing at them too. They're going to be cutting the price of its core exercise bike by 24%. They're going to be adding a cheaper treadmill, and then they're going to be adding a pricier version of its bicycle to its lineup. So they're trying to find more segments in there. Probably one of my critiques was, I love biking, man. Fortunately, we're in Florida. We can bike outside. But I just couldn't rationalize, and probably because I have more options than most, just living in Florida, right? If you're trapped inside in the winter, it's probably more advantageous. But $2,000 for an exercise bike, man, when you have to pay the monthly fee to attend the classes on top of that, it was just something I struggled with, saying I was going to get the value. Well, I'm not the only one, and Peloton probably knows that. So they're cutting the price of its core exercise bike by 24%, and then they're adding more products to their line as well for Peloton.
Yeah, you know, and I bet I suspect the users of them are kind of like, you know, the Apple players and the Tesla players. I mean, you turn into a real believer, right? And then it'll be like, I'll be saying to you, what do you mean you don't have the new one? I get the new one.
Sure. And hey, there's nothing. Listen, if that's the thing you need to get healthy, man, $2,000 is nothing to be a healthy individual. You know, so there's no doubt. That's the other side of it. It really is. You know, if that's something that's the one way you get excited, the one way you're able to wake up and hit that exercise equipment, literally $2,000 is nothing for your own health. So that's part of why people, I think, are willing to, if they become, you know, fanboys, fangirls, they really love it, they get healthy, they feel good, they feel better in life. Yeah, that'll do it, right? Now they have, what's interesting, they have their earnings, I think, this week on Thursday. Can you pull it up, their earnings?
Yep. Actually, what today's the 8th? Wednesday.
Yeah, Thursday after the
market Wednesday.
Thursday. Today's Tuesday. We got to shorten it to Thursday.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. So they're looking
so that'll be interesting. You know, that they're pushing that info out 2 days ahead of their earnings, actually. So we'll see. Yeah.
They're looking for $579 million to the top line. This is interesting. This would be their first time they're going to make money. They're looking for
12 cents a share. Cents. We'll see, right? Yeah.
Yeah. That's proud. Let's go to our man Steve in Nashville. Hey, Steve, what's going on?
Right.
Hey, guys, how you doing? Tommy, I have your hazelnut ready.
All right,
and
man,
Tom,
let's go.
I'm giving you, Tom, a wild blueberry coffee.
A wild blueberry? Oh, man.
Nice little hint of blueberry in it.
Okay, I'll go with that, man. All those blueberries coming down from Maine right now. We get a lot of blueberries in Maine. Yeah. They're all coming down there. I can picture that. I want a blueberry muffin. I want a blueberry muffin from Dunkin' Donuts. That's what I want, man. I used to eat those all the time. Oh, they're insane.
Hey, I'll take you back a ways. Tommy, I don't think you'll remember this. Tom, remember Pewter Pot?
Oh, yeah, totally. Tommy remembers Pewter Pot.
Vaguely.
They're all gone, I think. Yeah.
Well, remember, what was the name of the place up in Milton, up in that was like a Pewter Pot, that we used to eat breakfast like we were only 5 years old, in the Blue Hills there, remember?
I'll think of it.
Yeah, but it was like a Pewter Pot. Yeah, no, I remember the Pewter Pot. Man, they had good breakfast, man.
Yes.
Yeah, hey, real quick, my buddy used to work. He was the manager of Pewter Pot. I'd go in off hours, nobody in the store. He'd load me up with like 4 scrambled eggs, all the sausage I wanted for free.
Nice. That's right. Home fries.
Nothing like it, man.
The whole thing, yeah. Say, I was looking at MOS, Mosaic.
Let's take a look at it.
I'm wondering if it's, I see that gap. I think it's August 1st. 1st or 2nd is a gap down there.
Yeah, let's take a look. You got Mosaic, folks. Okay, this is one of the largest crop nutrient potash suppliers in 30% of the United States. So 30% of the market in the United States. The low 650, the highs 23. Now they got a pullback out here today. You got 1.3 million. It looks like we're rejecting lower price out here. You're coming into the strength. I mean, this thing looks strong to me. I don't like what's happening today, but if we go over to NTR also, so nutrition is also another one. And what had happened is that actually nutrition had looked weaker than Mosaic, and this rejected lower price quicker than Mosaic did this morning. So that's telling me that Mosaic is still all right, John. I mean, do you own it or are you looking to buy it? I mean, Steve.
Yeah, well, I was looking at it, but down near that, I saw that gap, like I said, August, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I see that.
There.
Hey, listen, man, it can get there. I don't. My take is that it's not going to, but I'm being prejudiced here because I own this thing too. So I'm looking for this thing. If you pull this back here, it looks to me that we're just building cars to try to get up into like the $30 to $22 area. But that being said, what I need here is I need this. Do you see what it actually did? It went down to the highs. I get this on a weekly right now. It went down to the highs of the week of August 7th, $17.22, and it rejected it. So if it can stay that rejection, that's pretty good because that's the bar. If it gets a point into that bar, then I basically get blown out of it because that would be saying that it would get down to 13.22, Steve. You know?
Yeah. Sure. Okay. All right. Great.
Okay, man. We need some breakfast now.
Thank you very much.
We need breakfast. Where you going, man? Tommy and I need some breakfast.
I'm hungry and I'm thirsty. What's up with that?
Thanks a lot, guys.
Have a good one,
Steve.
man.
You too.
Isn't it pretty amazing, Tom, how actually big Dunkin' Donuts actually got? You know, this is a Northeast phenomenon, folks, for years, and then they just went national, man. I mean,
yeah. And they're a cult in that Northeast, man. You know, they're nothing like it down here.
Right.
So I mean, they still have tons of business. You know what I mean? But they as those Northeasterners are, and get that Dunkin', man.
This is how crazy it is, folks. When you go to Boston, inside the airport, they get Dunkin' and they get Starbucks. Well, the line is all the way out for Dunkin', and there's no people at Starbucks. It's like, it's that dramatic.
Hey, coffee, man, it's just the biggest drug in the world. You know, so you get some brand awareness selling a drug like coffee, man. Those customers stay with you for the long haul.
You're in. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back. Dow's down 384, Nasdaq's up 237, S&P's are up 44. Come right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 490, Nasdaq's up 279, S&Ps are up 58. The market's having a tough time holding price out here. But you know what's not having a tough time holding price? Now, this is pretty wild. If we take a look at Uber, Tom, right?
Sure.
And Lyft. Uber is up 65 cents, $33.90. This is a vicious market, folks, right now, okay?
It's craziness
so
everywhere, yeah.
That is pretty cool. LYFT. We take a look at Lyft. Lyft here. Also, Lyft is up $1. And I really didn't find any news here, Tom. What you have is that it said that in Uber's case, it looks like people have been hunting it. UBER. Bloomberg got here. Uber reader interest increases.
Yeah, I bet it does. Saying, why is it up 2% today when the market's getting shellacked, right?
Exactly. Now, check this out. This is pretty wild. I used to be a big user of Lyft, folks, okay? And then the COVID-19 comes. The bottom line is I haven't used it at all. Well, my car broke down last week. Last week was the first time, Tom, I started using, these ride-sharing deals again.
Yes.
And I was cracking up, man, because I felt safe. You know, you go in with the mask. Cool. I always got the sanitizer on me anyway. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, but I did feel safe, and I used it like 9 times last week.
Okay.
Isn't that crazy? But
yeah.
Then I got used to it again. Because in St. Pete, folks, what happens is that you can get almost anywhere. I can get from the office, we are downtown.
Sure.
If you're even 20 blocks out, you can get anywhere for $7, and you're not paying for parking. So it just cracks me up at the same time. So, you know, bottom line, though, this is pretty impressive if we go back to Uber again.
Yeah. I mean, Uber, man, you know, I've been talking about it in my newsletter, Rocket Equities and Options. It's pretty interesting how it's just bouncing up against this upper range, man. You know, it's been bouncing since basically June 9th. It drops below $34, and you can see how many times. I mean, what's it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 separate times now. We're bouncing up against this level.
Yeah.
And we got a trading range between about 30 and 34. And today alone, we've gone from 32 to a high of, 34.63. Yeah, and on a day when the markets are just getting sold off completely, man.
And you can see, so look at this, too. Your last swing point there, right, had 17.2 million shares. Well, we're already at 7.9 million, okay? So you get someone buying this. I mean, that's, let me just see if this is the same thing, because LYFT. So that's not bad. Lyft got 2.6 million and the swing point's 4.8 for an hour into the marketplace, an hour and 15 minutes. That's a big number, man.
So I can tell you my fundamental anecdotal. I haven't been taking Uber or Lyft. Really haven't had any reason because of COVID. But I have been ordering some Uber Eats, man.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So that'll do it to the Uber side, which is why they've probably been a lot stronger than maybe Lyft in general, just because Lyft doesn't have that kind of boost on them.
Yes.
And Uber's got more exposure internationally, where things aren't as bad as the U.S. Now that could change, right? But that's part of it as well. But yeah, I've been ordering some Uber Eats, man. They got contactless delivery. Nowadays, they don't even, it used to be they show up at your door, they hand you your bag, right? They knock on your door, and that's it. They're gone by the time you open your door, and your bag's sitting there, which is pretty cool.
It is. Yeah. Okay, so we got to look at another one, because I guess over the weekend, I don't know what this movie's about, but it was a big deal on Disney, right?
Yeah, you sent me that article. Pretty cool. So Mulan, which is the live-action remake of like the 1998 animated movie, and this was a huge production in terms of the amount of money they spent. It was, 9 figures. I forget, it was 100 million, 200 million. And Disney decided to release it in markets that they can't release it in movie theaters. Okay, so internationally, they might be able to push out this product in theaters.
Okay.
But where they can't, they've decided they can't push things back any further. The backlog of movies they're going to have if they don't push them out. So they're doing a one-off. They pushed it out to Disney Plus over the weekend. I believe it's $30, $29.99, something like that.
That's a lot of money for a movie, right?
Which I was just going to say, which is a pretty substantial fee when you have to be a subscriber already. You have to be a Disney Plus subscriber. You have to pay the $7 a month for the right to pay $30 to rent that movie. Now, the thinking is, if you have a couple kids, you need a Saturday night.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to spend that kind of money if you got 2 kids, an adult, and some popcorn at the movie theater. And they said this is not their business plan going forward, right? This is a one-off because of the circumstances. But that was over the weekend. You sent me, they had some strong downloads in terms of increases of downloads, increase of money. We're not really going to find out the details of how this did probably until the next earnings call, unless they do so well they decide to cherry pick some results and push it out there. I was going to
say, this is a one-off until if they sold like 10 million of them, it's going to be like, hey, guess what? We don't need the movie theaters anymore. It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a big number,
it's crazy, though, right? So if they sell 10 million, they make so much money from pushing movies out to theaters, man. They had 10 movies last year that all grossed $1 billion, I think, in movie theaters.
Okay.
And if you're selling even 10,000 at 10 million at $30, that's still only 300 million. So you can see how the when you talk about, and that's why I love Disney, because this business plan will come back.
There's just so many different ways they can make money. Yeah.
They're going to be a Netflix with the ability to produce movies that get $1 billion in the box office, which Netflix currently does not do, right? Along with, of course, their brands in terms of whether it's, Mickey Mouse to Marvel to Star Wars, Darth Vader, the whole mix, and their parks.
Right.
But, yeah.
Wild.
It is, man.
And, folks, as you come over to our website at TFNN, well, guess what? We're in September. It's September 8th right now. Bottom line, next Wednesday, our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, he's going to be doing a webinar, all-day webinar. It's going to start at 9 o'clock in the morning, go to 4:30 in the afternoon. Going to ride that wave. He's going to be, let's see, the first part is from 9 to noon. Second part is from 1 to 4, and then you get 4 to 4:30, and he's going to wrap it up. He's going to be talking about the technical tools that can give buy and sell signals. He's going to alternate between choice. He's going to alternate choices of positions based on request. Bottom line, folks, it's going to be a great workshop. It comes with his newsletter. So the workshop, folks, is $395. I believe his newsletter is $127, Tom, right? I think.
Yep, $128. So you save that immediately. That starts the moment you sign up. So I was encouraging people, just talking about this morning. You sign up right now. Basil will send you an email booklet with the key techniques to be sent to participants so you can start preparing. You get the opening call immediately, so you'll have it. If you sign up today, you got it 8 days ahead of the workshop. You'll have it for, 22 days, a full month of it afterwards. That's all going to be archived. Basil's excited, man. He's going to be going over basically his entire Chapman Wave methodology, teaching it from the beginning. The core tenets is kind of what he's going to go over, starting things off, and then applying those tenets to how he looks at the markets. And, man, we got lots of peaks and troughs for him to look at in this market. So I imagine that the volatility is going to continue. I mean, it's amazing, man. The presidential election is November 3rd. It's September 8th.
Amazing. Stay right there, folks. Tom and I come right back.
Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archived workshops that'll take you step by step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
Bam! The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my gold report. The gold report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The gold report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the gold report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the gold report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 491. Nasdaq's off 268. S&Ps are off 57. And this is quite a story here, Tom, that, you know, the Las Vegas monorail files for bankruptcy after the virus curbed riders. You know, if you've seen this, folks, okay, this is a beautiful monorail. And this is the second time that they actually went BK. 2010... they basically spent too much money as a municipality building this thing. But the intriguing thing looking at it, Tom, to me is this, is that, so they spent $650 million building it. Evidently, that was way too much money, okay? They couldn't come up with it. 2010, they went BK. Those owners of municipal debt at that point only got 2 cents out of every dollar. 2 cents. Man. This time, now the bottom line is that it looks like the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority is going to basically basically get it for like what, $24 million or something.
Yeah. And that is, they call it a pittance, right, compared to what they to take over the expansion in 2000.
Exactly. And I guess the point here, which is really sad, folks, is that this COVID is going to take out. I mean, who would ever think that in Las Vegas, okay, then all of a sudden you have no riders at all? This thing, it said they did 5 million rides last year, Tom. Oh, no, in the past 5 years. 5 million riders.
Per year, though, in the past 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's.
I mean, Vegas, man. I have some friends out in Vegas. It's part of that eerie deal, you know. And the pictures from the Strip, man.
Yeah.
Just emptiness, almost the same as some New York shots. Just craziness, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Stay right there, folks. We got Think of Swim coming up next. Then I'm Mr. Basil Chapman riding those waves. Steve Rhodes, Dave White. Dave's back with us, folks, and then I'll be up. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Oh. Look at him, folks.